Students, in lesson 9.1, we're going to be working with line plots. And our essential question is, how can a line plot help you find an average with the data given in fractions? So average is something that we've heard before in math class. The math term for average is mean, and when you see that in 6th grade, it'll be referred to mean quite often. Next, we're going to start with the unlock the problem real world. So here we go. Students have measured different amounts of water into beakers for an experiment. The amount of water in each beaker is listed as below. So as you see in this data set, we have many different beakers. If we count them out, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different beakers. So it says if the total amount of the water stayed the same, what would be the average amount of water in a beaker? So step 1, it says count the number of cups for each amount and then draw an X for the number of times each amount is recorded to complete the line plot. So what we see is that they started here with the line plot, and what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we can finish this line plot. So we can see that they counted several of the 1/4 cups already. So they counted 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, which was one whole cup. We see that they counted 1 of the 3/4, and we can now continue to count the rest of them. So we see that there are 2 half cups, and we're going to place 2 X's where the half marker is. And then we see that there are some 3/4 markers as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to add those there. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then lastly, let's double check and see if there's any 1/4 cups. So if we go over, let's see if there are any 1/4 cups. There's 2 1/4 cups. So we're going to add 2 more X's. So now our X's on our line plot just nicely visualize the information that was in this longer list. So it says step 1, count the number of cups for each amount. Draw an X for the number of times each amount is recorded to complete the line plot. So let's complete this. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 1/4 cups. Next, we see that there are 2 half cups, and that there are also 3/4 cup. Step 2 says find the total amount of water in all the beakers that contain 1/4 cup of water. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beakers that have 1/4 cup of water. So there are 7/4. So in fraction form, that's an improper fraction, 7/4. So we can say how many 4s are inside of 7. We can say that there are 1 3/4 cups left over. Now we're going to go on to step 3. Step 3 says find the total amount of water in all of the beakers that contain 1/2 cup of water. So if we go back to our graph, we see that there are 2 beakers that have 1/2 cup of water. So there are 2 halves, or in fraction form, 2 halves or 1 cup. Step 4, it says find the total amount of water in all of the beakers that contain 3/4 cup of water. So go back to our line plot. We see that there are 3 cups that contain 3/4. So we'd say what we would do. So what we could do at this point was we could say 3 times 3/4. We know that 3 times 3 is 9/4. So we'd say that 9/4 is the amount that we have of 3/4. So we'd say how many 4s are inside of 9. We'd say there's 2 whole sets and 1 left over. So 2 1/4 cups. And then step 6, it says divide the sum you found in step 5. Oh, sorry, jump to step 6. Step 5, it says add the total amount of water in each. So we did 1/4 plus 1 plus 2 1/4, and we got 5. So now it says divide the sum, which we found here, in step 5 by the number of beakers to find the average. Well, we know at the beginning we saw that there were 12 beakers because there were 12 X's in our line plot. So when we say 5 divided by 12, we would say 5/12. So the average amount of water in each beaker would be 5/12 of a cup. So this is kind of putting together average and line plots, which are things that we kind of been exploring the last couple of weeks in class. So now we're going to try this, and we're going to go back to our properties with numbers, which have been so favorite of ours throughout the school year. It says you can use order of operations to find the average. Solve the problem as separate series of expressions that use parentheses and brackets to separate them. Perform the operations from the inside of the parentheses to the outer brackets. So what that means is we're going to use the parentheses that are more inner, and then we're going to go to the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 7 times 1/4 would be 7/4. 2 times 1/2 would be 1. And 3 times 3/4 would be 9/4. Notice that there was an addition in between those, and that's why we bring down the addition sign. Now what we do is we solve the stuff that's inside of the brackets. We do 7/4 plus 1 plus 9/4, and we would get 5. And then we divide 5 by 12, and we get 5/12. So you can use order of operations as well to solve the same kind of problem. Our next example, we're going to talk about rain and how we can use a line plot to extend our knowledge even further in this example. So it says, rain divides 3 3-ounce bags of rice into smaller bags. The first bag is divided into bags weighing 1/6 of an ounce each. The second bag is divided into bags weighing 1/3 of an ounce each. And the third bag is divided into bags weighing 1/2 an ounce each. It says, find the number of 6/4 and 1/2 ounce rice bags. Then graph the results on the line plot. So step 1, it says write a title for your line plot. It should describe what you are counting for. So what we could say is that we are counting for the weight of rice bags in ounces. Step 2, it says label the 1/6, the 1/3, and the 1/2 on the line plot to show the different amounts into the 3 2-ounce bags of rice were divided. So the amount of 6s we have would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to put 12 X's. The amount of thirds would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put 6 X's. And the amount of halves would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put 4 of those there. So now it says use division to find the number of 1/2 ounce, 1/3 ounce, 1/6 of an ounce, 1/3 of an ounce, and 1/2 an ounce bags that were made from the 3 original. So if we say we take the 2 whole bags divided by 6 is really saying 2 times 6, which is 12. Then we say 2 divided by 1/3 bags, which is 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. And 2 divided by 1/2 would be 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. So now we can see that our X's correspond with our division problems. And we drew an X above the 6, the 1/3, or halves to show the number of rice bags. So these are the different sort of problems that are combining line plots and that are combining division problems and teaching us how to do average, which is also referred to as mean, which you will definitely be doing a lot of in 6th grade with mean, median, mode, and range.